Do I think they could at least make the conference finals? Yes, because I think Brad Stevens is a problem in Boston. I think that's what's holding them back from their success. Who else? I'm not
Really?
taking the yes.
You don't like
I'm
Brad
not
Stevens?
no.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
I don't like his in-game coaching decisions. I feel like he holds his team back from playoff wins.
Huh.
Okay. As Boston, they've obtained the same amount of success each year, right?
Yes.
As a coach, whenever you're just doing that, I feel like it's on the coach instead of the actual like players. If you get to the conference final every year and you're a game or two away from the finals, probably one coaching decision that could have cost you.
Yeah. Wait, are you in support of like firing Brad Stevens
Oh,
right
whoa,
now?
whoa,
Or
whoa. Okay. I said I think he's holding him away from getting to the finals and winning a championship. I didn't say he was fireable because I think Danny Ainge is more in the category of like holding them back than Brad is. That's because when you have all those assets, you have all those picks, and you could have traded for Anthony Davis, you could have got some big names already. And you didn't fire that trigger, man. That's looking rough on Danny Ainge.
yeah, I do. Yeah, they should have pulled the trigger a couple times
Yes,
because you got to make that big risky move to like be championship
yeah. Like the
contending.
Lakers, the Lakers went all in for Anthony Davis, and so far it's paid off because in his first season they won a championship.
Yeah.
Like they gave up so much for Anthony Davis, and like their roster still isn't that bad. I mean, especially with Rob's offseason this past season with the pickup of Schroeder and Harold, like it kind of worked out. And like New Orleans is still the same. It was still pretty crappy when Anthony Davis was there. And obviously, like, they got up and coming pieces with Zion and Brandon Ingram, but like they haven't got substantially better since he's left.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said about being top heavy to win a championship. Like, I think that's got to happen. Rarely it happens to where you win, but I think, um, yeah, because like look at all those guys the Lakers traded. They're all doing amazing themselves. Randall, Clarkson, Lonzo, Ingram. So
Yeah.
it's like on paper it looks even-ish, but they like Lakers and Pelicans got like they really got what they wanted
Yeah.
out of the perfect trade, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, when you're close to that, when you're a second round, third round exit every year, you got to make like a big splash in a
Yeah.
trade, especially if you
Like,
have the assets like that.
like this is Jason Tatum's third or fourth season. Same with like Jalen Brown, like his fourth or fifth. They've been to the conference final pretty much every single season except for one, if I remember right, or it might be every single season.
Yeah, it's been 3 out of the last 4 years.
Or yes,
They should have won last year, but the Heat were
this
on
of
a
some other
streak.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. But
that's what I'm saying. Like there was no reason why we should not have gotten a Lakers Celtics finals last year.
yeah, that was on Brad. The other two, I give him whatever because it was
Okay, obviously I give him 2018 because you ran into LeBron James. All right.
yeah,
You lost in game 7. You didn't have Kyrie Irving and you made it to the conference final and you were
yeah,
2 minutes away from going to the NBA finals. Success. But like I feel like some of these playoff losses, I like look over them just like, man, why'd you have that lineup down the stretch? Why'd you make that decision? Why'd you pull this guy early? He was kind of like on a hot streak.
yeah.
But
I mean,
the biggest problem is they have no center. Like you're not gonna win a championship, even though the center position's gone away, but like you have no rebounding. Daniel Tice and like last
yeah.
year's like Enos Cantor, like they always get dominated, I feel like, on the boards.
Hmm. Is Tice is their guy now, right?
Yeah, Daniel Tice.
Hmm.
Like DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin are gonna have a heyday against Tice.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a
Yeah.
center. They were a big away from winning a championship. That's why if they would have traded for Anthony Davis, I feel like it would have gone smooth. Because they got Kimba through free agency. Like they didn't give up anything for Kimba Walker.
Yeah. Hmm. I think their struggles this year are to blame mostly to Kimba. I feel like
Yeah, I agree with that.
because I mean, he was injured the first couple weeks of the season, and then he came
Yeah,
back and wasn't really good, and then yeah, he's just been kind of average. I feel like, yeah, he needs to be great. Who's on the team? Tatum, Brown, Kimba, Tice.
I mean, the roster hasn't got the problem. I also have like the reason why I say I don't blame Brad entirely. I blame more Danny is because the roster has not really changed that much in the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh, and Marcus Smart is hurt. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay, that's big too. Yeah, it's just yeah, they're kind of like short staffed too.
yeah. There's no depth on that roster, and that
Yeah,
comes directly from the GM.
yeah. Hmm.
But I will give Brad credit; like he does make the most out of his seasons. I mean, going to the conference finals 3 of your first years as a head coach, like that's commendable.
Yeah.
But his in-game decisions, I'm just like, oof.
Interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Weird.